We're filming Mission, but we're living Mission.
That's true. The whole cast is living the Mission Impossible franchise. And even challenges don't set them back. What made Tom Cruise snap at his crew members during filming? Why did Rebecca Ferguson have to wear an eye patch? And how did Hayley Atwell deal with adrenal burnout on the set?
Let's go, I'm ready.
Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt. It seems like the whole process of filming Dead Reckoning was a huge struggle for the actor and the crew. First of all, the shooting had to begin in February 2020, which turned out to be very bad timing. You remember the pandemic and global quarantine, right? Even when they did start, production was postponed a few more times. Once as many as 12 crew members tested positive for COVID. With so many setbacks, it's no wonder that some people started snapping at others. And by some people, we mean Tom Cruise. A leaked audio recording revealed that the actor yelled at production assistants. Reportedly, they were breaking COVID rules and not maintaining social distancing.
We are not shutting this movie down! Is it understood? If I see it again, you're gone.
How Cruise chose to convey his message wasn't the best, but he had a valid point and probably just wanted to help keep everyone on the set safe. And even more, he strove to prevent people from losing their jobs.
No apologies. You tell it to the people that are losing their homes, because our industry is shut down.
Yet, it still reportedly led to 5 crew members resigning from the production. But that wasn't the only struggle Tom faced on the set. As always, he did most of his stunts himself. And of course, they were pretty dangerous. Especially that epic motorcycle jump. But get this, they shot it on the first day of filming. And for a very obvious reason, as Tom revealed.
Well, we know either we're going to continue with the film or we're not. Let's know day one. Do we all continue, or is it a major rewrite?
But jokes aside, Cruise just wanted to be done with the stunt, so he didn't have to continually obsess over it.
I don't want to drop that and go shoot other things and then have my mind somewhere else.
He was prepped, and everyone else was prepped. So why not start with that, right? Still, it was a big deal. So can we even be angry at him for some rant? Tom Cruise is the one who was making Mission Impossible possible. Yet, of course, he still needed his co-star's support. Rebecca Ferguson is Ilsa Faust. It's her 3rd time on the team, but that doesn't mean things were easy for the actress. Rebecca said that this installment brings audiences even more action and emotion than the previous films. And of course, just like everyone else, she had to prepare.
You asked me, do you train a lot of weapons? And I think, God, I lived it. We woke up, you train, you eat well, you do weapons training, because you have to be ready for something that you don't really know what it is yet.
Of course, it was exhausting, but that wasn't the actress's main struggle. Many fans are wondering why Ilsa is wearing an eye patch while preparing to take a sniper shot. If you are one of them, we're here to tell you why.
You'd think that the reason for the eye patch is a cool one. It is not, alas.
Because you can't wink, innit?
It's because I can't f***ing wink.
You heard that right. While filming this scene, the director asked Rebecca to close one eye, but...
And I went...
It led to multiple takes and quite a funny situation. So the crew had to improvise quickly.
Can we get an eye patch? Anyone? There's nothing more to it than that.
Hilarious, isn't it? Now let's talk about another comedic genius in the franchise. Simon Pegg as Benji. He's been part of the Ethan Hunt team for years now, and he's certainly proud of it.
I feel very lucky to be, now a legacy character. I'm like one of the old guys now.
It's no wonder that after all those years of working together, Simon and Tom have become good friends. And this relationship led the actor to the biggest struggle he had while filming Mission Impossible, watching Tom do his insane stunts. The day they filmed the infamous motorcycle jump was especially nerve-wracking.
The gap that would occur between when he disappeared to the radio saying good canopy, which is when we know he deployed his parachute, that space was like an eternity.
It was genuinely terrifying to wait for that parachute to open. But Simon understands why Cruise keeps doing it.
The thing about Tom is that he feels an obligation to the audience to kind of provide this kind of thrill.
He's certainly right. Now let's move on. Vanessa Kirby as the White Widow. Here's another actress who also had to raise her stakes to keep up with Tom Cruise on the set, even though he's 26 years older than her. To play her part in Dead Reckoning, Vanessa had to become fitter than ever. But stunts and fights weren't the biggest challenge for her. In fact, the hardest thing for her was playing her character in a threatening but quiet kind of way. We're talking about the White Widow's manner of speaking, of course. Even without yelling, she looks super menacing.
Remember that the most powerful don't need to assert it because she doesn't have to, if you see what I mean. And so it was a big acting challenge and also lesson.
Kirby was also intimidated about playing the daughter of Vanessa Redgrave's character. To make sure that the connection between them was obvious, Kirby rewatched Redgrave's scene in Mission Impossible multiple times. And then she tried to emulate what her on-screen mother did. Don't you think that the actress did a great job? In fact, her co-star was so impressed with Vanessa's performance that she actually Googled whether she was related to Redgrave in real life. And this co-star is Pom Klementieff as Paris. As a newcomer to the franchise, she had to do a few things she never thought she could pull off. The craziest one was running on a moving train, but not because Pom was afraid of doing it.
And it's like some things that you usually are not allowed to do because people want you to do things with CGI and protected and all that. So to be able to do that outdoors on a running train and then like jump over carriages, it was so much fun.
One challenge Pom faced on the set of Mission was pretty funny. Filming her fight with Ethan Hunt, she just couldn't persuade Tom to kick her in the stomach. Even though she said that it would help her play the scene better, he still wouldn't do it. What a gentleman. For the actress, it was a dream come true to show a different side of her talent in Mission Impossible. For sure, Paris is the opposite of Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's cool to know that she could play both characters so flawlessly. But of course, even with all the excitement in the world, sometimes Pom doubted whether she could do a stunt. But she found a way to set her mind to it.
I would just hum, do, right before the take, and it was like, okay, let's go.
That's a recipe for success, if you ask me. And finally, let's talk about Hayley Atwell as Grace. She was inspired by Tom on the set because of his discipline and attention to details. Sure, the Agent Carter actress is no stranger to the world of espionage, so you might think she didn't need much preparation, but
I did 5 months of full-time training with the stunt team.
They wanted to make Hayley's fight scenes as elegant as possible. Yet at the same time, her character didn't have to look too professional because she isn't supposed to have any formal training. Hayley's biggest challenge was shooting the train sequence. With the train going all over the place and Hayley hanging on to things, it was physically demanding.
At one point, Tom looked at me and he could tell that I'd had adrenal fatigue. And he just looked at me and he went, "You need some chocolate."
Another challenge came to Hayley from an unexpected side. Turns out, the actress had to spend as many as 100 days on the set without uttering a single line of dialogue. It was very unusual for Atwell, as she used to expressing herself through language, and she constantly feared that she wasn't doing enough with her physical behavior and gestures. But since she had such great chemistry with Tom and the team was so well prepared, when Hayley saw the final result, she realized that she didn't have to fear. She said that the whole thing just felt alive. It sure did. Share in the comments below what you think about the new installment of the all-beloved franchise. And if you want to learn more about Mission Impossible 7, check out our other video,